Esports. It exists.
Here he comes once again. The first base is Adren. He's going to hit the ground there as Cold. Oh, what? A jumping double from Cold. What is going on? They're on the Nexus together, Medius. The Unicorns. They're done with where you have it. And Splice take that corner. Energy still around. Justin hits there for the shot.
It's popular. It's full of money. It's innovative. Esports is quickly becoming a massive industry in the entertainment field internationally. But what about Australia? How has esports impacted Australia? How big is the industry? What about Melbourne specifically? Is there an esports culture in Melbourne? How has esports affected Melbourne's entertainment options? That's the question our group will be answering.
Roaming around the city, we found that a lot more people knew about esports than we expected. Out of the 23 people we asked, 16 at least had some knowledge about esports, whether it's from their children, seeing it in passing, or actively being involved in it. Here are some people's thoughts on esports.
Esports. Now, what do you think it means? Yeah. So it's sort of like sports but for like video games.
Okay.
What do you think of it all? Hearing that?
Yeah, it'll be good for young kids because they're into video games. I got a young son that's like 16 years old, so you might like it.
So, have you heard of esports?
Yeah, I've heard of esports, yeah.
What do you think of it?
Like, in terms of it being a sport or just like...
Sort of both, in general.
I mean, yeah, like, obviously, like, the competitors need to, like, go through rigorous training and everything, so I think it is, like, very physically demanding and, like, obviously mentally demanding. But, like, you don't, like, exercise your muscles the same way as, like, you know, like tennis or something.
Do you see it becoming a big thing in the next 2 years?
Isn't it already a big thing?
I mean, like, because it's sort of like mainstream, I guess.
Right, yeah, I guess right now it's more of a niche. I do see it like growing bigger and bigger, especially like with the pandemic and everything. Like people are spending more time indoors and shit and stuff. So, yeah, I do see it growing in the future, yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of it? Like, I mean, like, upon that definition, what do you think about it? I guess.
In what perspective? I mean, if you're looking at something like it takes away time from you being outdoor, yes. But in terms of it, you know, giving you the ability to sharpen your skills or, you know, focus. Because I lived in the era of Atari games, you know, Street Fighter. And I used to play a lot of those games also.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the thing is about moderation. So if there's moderation on the things, and it seems to be a good avenue to make money also now.
Yeah.
You know, if you do very well in it, you can make a lot of money out of it.
Have you noticed, like, sort of like, I guess, like, video games becoming more and more mainstream, like esports stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like One City?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, thanks for your time.
All right.
You're literally free. Box you, dog water, 0 earns, 0 PR. You have no earnings, no wager.
What's up?
Hey, so how long have you been working here?
More than 5 years.
5 years. Okay. How's it like working at an internet cafe?
Well, I mean, like when it's busy, it's nice, but then when it's quiet, there's a lot of downtime. Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, how many people come here?
Sorry?
How many people come here?
Come here. Oh, during the morning, it's not a lot, probably like 10, 15 people. Later on during the afternoon, there's like at least 20.
Okay.
20 to 50, 25, yeah.
So, okay. So, like, just give me a sec.
Hold like tournaments here?
We don't hold tournaments. Before COVID, we did. We used to for CS:GO and Fortnite. But then after COVID, we haven't set up anything yet.
How has COVID affected your
Actually, pretty bad. Yeah. Like before then, we used to have constant flow of customers, but now afterwards, it's quieter now. I'm guessing like a lot of our customers were international students, so most of them weren't around. And then you couldn't like group up anymore, so it was
Are you like personally? Do you like play a lot of video games or like?
No, I actually don't.
Esports or etc.
No, I don't play anything. No.
And how's it was it like first working here, getting used to like I guess sort of like the culture?
Oh, how I got used to the environment working.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me a while. I mean, I had a few weeks of training, and then I had like other people working with me, so there was always someone backing me up if anything or got too busy or something like that.
I see.
And you just like with any job, you take your time to learn about it, and then just get familiar with it.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
You're the main speaker today.
Yeah.
Fire away.
Do you think esports is a valuable job or occupation to society?
Well, I mean, I feel like any job would be, as long as you're willing to put in, the effort and passion and just, go through with it instead of just, being half-assed about it or something like that. Yeah, I mean...
I see. Thank you. Thanks.
Hey, my name is Hayden Shields, otherwise known as Hades, and I'm an ex-pro player and owner of Kenga Esports.
I see. So my first question is, what is the Australian esports scene like?
Yep, yeah, the Australian esports scene it's a lot smaller than the other regions, but it's going really well. It's a really tightly knit community with lots of growth happening. There's tons of new investors getting into the space. There's tons of new teams popping up. There's way more people playing video games now than there was 10 years ago. It's just really exploding year over year. And yeah, just tons of different games and new jobs arising. It's a pretty crazy environment right now, to be honest, because if you would have asked me just a year ago, it would have been a totally different situation. Every year is just, totally different.
Yeah, see, so what was it like playing in the scene? Back in back when you were playing? Because it must have been pretty different to what it is right now.
Yeah, when I first started playing, everyone was playing on online leaderboards like Cybergamer, Aussie Xbox. There was game battles and things like that. And pretty much everyone was just playing for free. They were playing 100% for free, and some of these tournaments didn't even have prizes. They were playing purely because they loved the game, they loved the competitive aspect to it, just like anyone would play a sport these days. Why do they play soccer, footy, tennis? It's just because they love doing it and they're a competitive person. And that's basically what everyone was doing back then, which is totally different to now, where there's huge multi-million-dollar prize pools and tournaments and people being flown all around the world. So yeah, totally different, but yeah, still the same at heart, I guess.
So, how developed does it have, I guess, what's funding or, as big as a player base?
Yep, so we're unlucky and lucky at the same time, because there is the ping issue which stops you from being able to play on servers or against people that are too far away from you physically. But it is esports, so it is online, it is on the computer, and there is a whole range of games where the ping doesn't matter that much. And you can compete against people across the world in Europe and America. And these developers often pay for flights from every different region. So, for example, the top Australian team or top Australian player will get flown to the World Finals in America, Europe, or Asia. So there's plenty of opportunities that way. But yeah, there is that one limitation of if you're playing a game that relies on low ping, like an FPS game, then yeah, you can only really compete in the APAC region. So Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand. Maybe if you're in Perth, you can play a little bit further, get up to Singapore. some of those Asian countries you can compete with fairly easily, but yeah, you are kind of limited by that factor.
So, how has esports affected Melbourne's entertainment options? Well, you probably know the answer yourself. I mean, ask yourself, have you even heard of esports in the first place? Is this your first time hearing about it? Or maybe you just don't care as much. Most Melburnians will have never heard of or don't really give a damn about esports. But to a select few, definitely not me, it is a great way to procrastinate. Thanks for watching.